What's going on? It's Javan Johnson here. You're watching episode number 52 of About 10 Minutes. Yes, yes, yes. So in this episode, I want to do a little bit of show and tell. Now I want to see if you can guess what's in this binder. Can you guess? Upside down. Get a little bit of time to guess. What do you think could be in here? This is not my whole collection, but these are some cards. And a lot of these cards are actually like 90s basketball players. Like on this page, I got Larry Bird is on here, Scottie Pippen, Dominique Wilkins, Larry Johnson, you know what I mean? They got a lot of different cards out here. And the cool thing about it is, for those of you who collect cards, you may have something like this. This isn't the only way to store your cards, but this is one way. Because the thing about basketball cards is there's different ways that you can get cards. For instance, you can buy them in a pack. When you buy them in a pack, you don't necessarily know what you're going to get. It's kind of like, you may get a Hall of Fame type player, you may get an All-Star, so, and the thing about cards is they can have value. So you can look up, how much the cards are worth in theory, I mean, it's like, at the end of the day, I look at it as a card is worth as much as somebody's going to pay for it. They can say it's worth $700, but if nobody's going to pay $700, it is what it is. But I get it. I get in theory what they're talking about. So it's cool to kind of go through some of the cards and just look at how the NBA has changed. Look at different players when they were younger. You got Karl Malone, Clyde Drexler on here, Hakeem Olajuwon, Dennis Rodman, here Dee Brown, former slam dunk champion. Charles Barkley in the Philadelphia uniform, Robert Parrish for the Celtics, Bill Laimbeer. Bill Laimbeer is one of the players. If you was anybody besides a Piston fan, you probably don't like him. Terry Mills actually was on that 1989 Michigan championship team, so y'all probably know, about how I feel about Michigan. Here, then you got a young Gary Payton card, David Robinson on here, some different David Robinson cards. Shawn Kemp, some more Shawn Kemp, Trell Sprewell, Magic Johnson All-Star card when he came back. When he came back and played in that All-Star game. That's when he won the MVP in that one. Some more Patrick Ewing, Joe Dumars. This is a Chris Webber. It's an animated card. Kind of interesting one. Young Jason Kidd up in here. Grant Hill. Young Grant Hill dunking on somebody. Shaquille O'Neal. Like some more Dominique Wilkins, man. Dominique Wilkins was a very exciting basketball player to watch. If you go on and you YouTube him, you can see some of his dunks, man. This dude, Dominique Wilkins, could dunk. He could do some real nice dunks. So you got Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson, little man right there. Dude has some hops, could get up, and dunk it. It's cool to flip through these and see how the NBA used to be. It's so different now. And so some people are coaching now. Like I got a Doc Rivers card in here. I already flipped past that, but I got a Doc Rivers card. He's coaching now. It's funny, you got Kenny Smith and Charles Barkley, they work on TNT. And I got other cards in here. I'm not gonna go through like every single card I have, but I do want to kind of flip to some of my some other cards, because I got more than just basketball cards. I got some more Larry Birds. I gotta give a shout out to Spud Webb. Spud Webb is up in here. In addition to like basketball cards, I do have some football and baseball cards in this book. I got Rodney Peete, Andre Ware, Herman Moore, and then the bottom six are Barry Sanders cards. And if you didn't know, Barry Sanders is one of my all-time favorite athletes. And shout out to Barry Sanders for getting on the cover of Madden 25. I was excited about that. Y'all may have saw my tweets. And then Denard Robinson, Michigan's former quarterback, he's actually on the NCAA football game 14. And so I'm a Michigan fan too. So it's like I was very happy. I'm very happy that both of those guys are on the video game covers. I know it's video game, but it's still, I'm happy about that. So yeah. So like I mentioned, I got some Barry Sanders cards up in here. And then on this other side, I got Herschel Walker, Dan Marino, Troy Aikman, San Francisco 49er Joe Montana, Kansas City Chief Joe Montana, Brett Favre, Bo Jackson, Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey Jr. And then we got some more Bo Jacksons, Nolan Ryan, Ken Griffey Jr. So these are some of my cards. Like I mentioned, this is not all of my cards, but this is one. If you collected basketball cards at any time in your life, you may have had one of these. And then another way you can store your cards is in like cases or sleeves. So like the individual case, store them like this. This is a old school Kareem Abdul-Jabbar card. Got a Jordan hologram. I don't know you can really see it's a hologram type card, but it's a basketball card. Another Jordan. Another Jordan. It's Magic Johnson MVP. You know what I'm saying? Reggie Miller. Another Magic Johnson. This right here, I like this. This is actually 3 cards in one. This is like the '92 Dream Team right here. And then I got a Deion Sanders up in here. You know what I'm saying? Deion Sanders up in here. This is back when he played with the Atlanta Falcons. So, you know, I'm not gonna go through all my cards, but you know, I do have a card collection. It's a cool thing, you know, it's a cool thing to have the cards to kind of just look back and go down memory lane. So that's one thing, that's the show and tell portion of the show. And before I go, one thing I want to talk about wisdom. Wisdom is one of those things that's very important, you know, that we have in our lives, that we operate in wisdom, that we use wisdom when we make decisions, and you know, that we seeking God and asking God to help us to use wisdom. And then if God blesses us with the opportunity, we can make the most of that opportunity and not waste it. So knowledge can tell us how to do something. Wisdom can tell us the appropriate time to use that knowledge. Like, it's like, you know, knowledge can tell you how to drive a car. You can learn how to drive a car. Wisdom can tell you, okay, you know, you may want to drive differently when the weather is different. If it's a big snowstorm, you know, you're going to want to drive different than if the roads are clear. So that type of thing. I mean, and now wisdom will tell us how to apply things in certain situations. Because I'll put it to you like this: if God blessed you with everything that you want, every opportunity that you wanted, would you really be ready for it? Like, if a kid wanted to go to the NBA right now, you know, and he's a good kid, he's really good for his age, but if he's like 11, 12 years old and he's saying, I really want to be in the NBA, and he goes to the NBA right now, it could ruin him, you know? I mean, he's trying to play, he wouldn't get any playing time, it could mess up his confidence because he's not ready yet. But that same kid, you know, in the right timing, if he goes through the right preparation, grows, builds up his body, he could be ready at a later time. And so it's important that we don't rush things, you know. Wisdom can help us to have a better understanding of the timing and when to do things. And so I want to thank you for watching episode number 52 of About 10 Minutes. Have a blessed week.